How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Weeb Mine. We are up and running again. We're mining QIE. We're mining Theta, or at least we were. We set up a smart node for that in our Raspberry Pi, and basically everything in here is running except for our AMD 64 Vega rig. All right, we've been up to a little bit of just oddities and crazy. I mean, we did Vertoreum, which I'll go over a little bit later. It's that one. I don't know about that one. But we got QIE, which is QI actually. It's, you know, Chinese thing. And also there's Theta, which is a different Theta than the Theta you guys might be thinking of. We got a lot of stuff that we've been trying to find ways to make that money, and you know, that's the whole goal. Unfortunately, one thing that happened is, if you don't notice, our Vega rig over here is not on. Oh, almost knocked something over there. I need to be careful where I go. This guy is not on, and why is that? Well, apparently I am sucking too much power. Okay, what ended up happening is that big old PDU down there, that long old stick right there, one of the banks decided to stop working, and I'm not sure if I can get it to work again or not. Everything shows up green, but I just don't want to do it. I had to switch it out for this one. This is the one that I'm having issues with. And what it was is this bank right here, it's split into two banks, two breakers. This bank and this bank are on separate. This one still works, but up to here on doesn't. So that basically means instead of 24 amps, I only have access to 15 because it's max 15 per bank. Technically rated 30 amps, but only 24 continuous. So if I have constant power draw, you only want to go that as its max. And apparently I was doing 26 without realizing it. Yeah, it's one of those mistakes that, you know, you got to learn. You make mistakes, you got to learn from it and everything, and I have to figure out how to reset this, because as far as I can tell, everything lights up green. It's just the overprotection system that's built into this triggered and won't power this up until I fix it. That's going to be another learning experience. Hopefully this thing ain't screwed. There's very possible that it could be just broke, but we shall see. You know, not having the Vega rig on, I'm not going to cry about that right now, and I could plug it into a couple different things and rearrange and get it up and running again. I do have the power available, just not much, especially when we have everything on. And the reason I ended up going over power is because I didn't factor in the little CPU rigs and a couple of iPollos. And I turned it on, I let it run. It ran perfectly fine for days, but eventually it was just like, we can't do this no more, help. And it just shut down. So whatever, but what we've been doing is we've been mining QIE. QIE is on ET hash. It's basically an Ethereum coin or whatever, same hash algorithm. And Theta, which is a relatively new coin, it is just a fork from Raptoreum, which I'm mining with those three guys right now. Actually, I'm mining with 7 computers right now. The ones indoors I turned on to act as a little bit of source of heat for the house. And the cool thing is my heat hasn't even kicked on yet. It's been getting a little chilly. But in here, not so much. Let's head on indoors, and along the way, I have to crank this up one more. Number 4, 91 degrees Fahrenheit. That's a little too much. Let's go inside for a second. Okay, so we're indoors. I'm staring at a TV with nothing on it. And why am I here? Well, a lot of you guys might know about smart nodes and master nodes and blah, blah, blah. Basically, you get a whole bunch of coins, you set them up on a little server, usually a virtual private server, VPS, and it sits there, it mines coins for you, you get free stuff, and it's all good, right? Most people need, like, for the low-end ones, you need a bare bones PC or something like that, but some of them, like Flux, they require a lot of bandwidth and a lot of power if you're trying to go for the bigger nodes. Well, for Theta, I was able to pull something off that I don't think very many people do, or maybe they do and I just don't know. And that is, I put it on an itty bitty little Raspberry Pi. Tiny little computer. Now, I haven't messed around with Linux or setting things up for a long time, so I kind of had to sit here for about 12 hours probably, trying to relearn things that I had long forgotten, because I really haven't messed with Linux for the longest time. But that little guy right now has been generating about 24,000 Theta coins every day, which is roughly about $5.76 last I checked. So $5.76 a day, and that thing only takes roughly 5 watts to power, maybe 6 because I got some fancy lights in there and everything, but that's it. So it's literally cost me like a dime, if that, to run that a day. That's profit right there. That's good stuff. But let's go ahead, get down to the computer, and I'll go over QIE, the basics of how to mine QIE, and as well as a little bit on Theta. So now the first thing I wanted to mention actually was something about Vertoreum. As you guys know, my last video was on how to mine Vertoreum, and so far it seems to be flatlined or maybe slightly successful so far, which is actually really a surprise. And there's a reason why I changed the description of the video to be like dead coin and, you know, kind of talking down or whatever on it. And that is primarily because I bore witness to some stupidity on their Discord, and I was kind of shocked as to, you know, the mindset of this guy. All right, right here, these are the pools, and I think since I mined Vertoreum, they gained 2 pools that really aren't doing anything, and as you can tell, 95.7% are on our plan. This is because if you want to use NVIDIA cards to try to mine this thing, there's, in my video, if you follow that verbatim and still mine on our plant, it works. If you try to mine anyplace else, it doesn't work. It's the mining program itself. Maybe at some point somebody will add some code and we'll be able to spread out the hash rate, but because of the miner itself, the only one that works with NVIDIA, that's your only option. If you have a ton of AMD cards, you go wherever it is that you want. But yeah, it's very disorganized. And the reason I turned my rigs off for Vertoreum is I had a popcorn show. You know, I just happened to be on their Discord. I'm watching the developer for Vertoreum, the guy that owns the thing or whatever he is, and the guy that runs miningforpeople.com, you know, this pool right here. I watched them kind of do this back and forth, and the guy that runs Vertoreum, he legit thinks that Vertoreum will be worth twice as much as Bitcoin in 10 years. Let that sink in a little bit. Okay, that is about as delusional as it gets. You can have any kind of coin you want. You can, you know, try to make it grow. The only coin out there that has any remote chance of topping Bitcoin is Ethereum. And I don't think any of us think that that's ever really truly going to happen. I mean, there's that tiny little possibility. Vertoreum, a new coin that's only been out for a few days. See, it's been out for 6 days. Yeah, I don't think it's going to get there. I really don't. If it does, great. I got a whole bunch of coins sitting in the back, you know, in a wallet somewhere. You know, that's great. If it does, I'll be rich. You know, so get in while the getting's good, I guess. But otherwise, it's one of those that's like mine at your own risk. They have a lot of development to go. I don't want to like completely crap all over the guy, but just to get that out of the way, it's riskier than other options. But if it does succeed, who knows? I'll just leave it there. Keep the rest of my opinion out of it. Now, what am I doing right now? I am mining QIE, which is QI, and Raptoreum right now. Now, everybody knows I like Raptoreum. I keep mining it and mining it and mining it because I don't have a full node for that. My goal at some point is to get a full node for it. I'm working my way there. And between these 3 computers, the one that I'm streaming from right now or recording this video, plus my gaming rig, plus another streaming computer over there, plus my home theater PC, all 5950Xs are on Raptoreum. I'm doing what I got to do to try to get those coins. Eventually, I'm hoping one coin that I mine does a little, you know, pretty decent. I can cash it out, use that funds, buy Raptoreum, get a full node, la-di-da, whatever. But you guys probably want to know a little bit more about the QIE coin and the FITA coin. Okay, FITA is the Ghostwriter Raptoreum fork or whatever, and QIE coin, I'm going to mix those up. Okay, QIE is what it is on CoinMarketCap, and it's basically this guy. I actually kind of like this one. It popped up out of nowhere. It only had 2 pools at the time, and overnight it expanded to 4. I expect it to grow, but you know, their website seems all right. You know, just kind of going through stuff. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but you look over on the mining pool that I'm on. I am on QIE mining.site. I like this. I really do. You know, so far I've been paid 161 coins. See, I got their minimum payout is 10, and so far so good. I'm not doing too bad, even considering my Vega rig's down. And the cool thing about mining this coin is it's ET hash, Ethereum, basically. Just point your miner here. Now, the thing with Keycoin is I tried to find their wallet somewhere, and I couldn't. Yeah, white paper, explainer video, all this stuff. I literally could not. I went to their GitHub and I'm like, "Where's the wallet? Where's the wallet?" Couldn't find it. And then I realized, oh, Metamask. Okay. You can just use Metamask. And they have the network info and everything, which I'll link down in the description. It's just a Reddit, whatchamacallit. But the Reddit post was kind of stupid. Okay, just let me just put it that way. Like, I copied and pasted the info, and the info that they tried to put was not correct, or the syntax was wrong. So what I'll probably do is just put the network info down below in the description for you guys if you're interested in adding Keycoin to your MetaMask. Okay, so you know, this seems like it could do okay. You know, let's go to Coin Market Cap. See, it's QIE. See, coin. Coin Market Cap. That's Ethereum Classic. We need this to go up. That's for sure. Learn how to type QIE blockchain. 16 cents a coin. All right. So let's see, 0.1652, and I am making how many it was a day right now? Let's see, it says 24 hours, 173. I think the difficulty went up. So let's see, 173, that equals $28.57, which does not cover electricity. It's still not profitable. But the thing is, this coin seems to want to do something. The volume is low, the market cap, blah, blah, blah. But no financial advice. I have to say that. No financial advice here. Don't take it as financial advice. This is just what I'm doing. If you get the idea to do it, whatever. That's on you. But it seems to want to do something. And that's actually a really good sign. You find a new coin. It has, you just link it to MetaMask. You start mining it using an algorithm we're all familiar with ET hash, and just go. I mean, this thing seems to have a little bit of future. And plus, at least in their white paper, they said something along the lines of, all the benefits of Ethereum and all these other chains, all these technologies combined. And I guess they showed that it works or something. I don't know. Do your own research, look it up. I kind of like this project. So basically all I'm doing is I'm just mining the crap out of it until the difficulty starts to really pop. Now, this pool, let's go here real quick. Now, you notice over half is here, right? And of course, we don't like that. So I decided to go to QIE mining, which only has 23.6. That's where I suggest to go. The problem is it's 2%. And if anyone from QIE mining.site or whatever, whoever owns that happens to see this video, probably not. But if you do the world a favor, get that down to 1%. All right, so that you're competitive with everybody else, right? You just keep it flat, and you'll get a lot more of the hash rate, mainly because this guy, and this guy are Russian. Okay, we know what's going on in Russia right now. And I don't want to risk throwing stuff there, okay? Because you never know what'll happen, right? So I'm just kind of keeping it off of there, whatever. Like I kind of say with China the same way I say with Russia or whatever. I love the citizens of both countries, but the government can go do you know what, all right? That's just what it is. But that's a risky proposition, whatever. So, like, you guys that are mining over here right now, I highly suggest popping over here or over on a QIE pool here. That's Germany, right? Yeah, Germany. Okay. Just making sure. Know my geography. So, it's really simple. I'll put the info in the description, set up MetaMask with it, and just mine. ET hash, real easy stuff. They don't have any kind of smart nodes or anything like that. But here's the thing. The full network difficulty is starting to creep up slowly. So if you want to get in on this and get a lot of coins really, really quick and cheap, assuming maybe this coin does something, yeah, better do it now. What I plan to do is have this running for a couple of days, just like I did with Meowcoin and a few others, and that would be great. Oh, and speaking of Meowcoin, this was hilarious. Oh, that's Princess Connect. We don't need to do that in this video. That's the other channel. That's the Weeb Lounge channel. I went here, and let's turn this on and calculate. And it's still there. Well, look at this. Meowcoin. It's on the list. Okay, well, that's free power. We'll just leave it there. Okay, Meowcoin. For maybe 10 minutes yesterday, I'm sitting here looking at stuff, and my default search is my 18 cents per kilowatt hour, and I just do a search for like 10, 30, 90s, whatever. That's kind of like my default look at stuff and see what's going on. And Meowcoin was number one. Of all freaking coins, the Meows got number one. It was great. It only lasted for like 10 minutes, but you guys can see Neox is up here again. Let's go ahead and recalculate what the power cost in there. No difference. Look at that. See, I lose $19 a day if I do Neox. $19.56 if I donate to the Meows. Okay, little side note. I know I'm on a whole bunch of different tangents here, but I think Meowcoin may actually live and survive and thrive. Why? From what I can see, they're legit donating to like humane societies or whatever to help the kitties, right? Yeah, everybody likes kitties, and this is the freaking internet. Okay, the freaking internet was basically invented with cat videos, right? You know, funny cat videos. They're everywhere. It's what keeps the internet running. Funny cats. That's what it does. Don't mess with cats, right? And this coin supports the kitties. I mean, what could go wrong, right? No financial advice again. This is got to throw that out there, but I have a feeling that it's going to survive based off being a meme coin that is actually beneficial to some, you know, humane society or something like that to help the kitties and the pets and stuff. So I'm giving it a chance. I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. There's cats involved. You got the Doge. Why not the kitty? Here you go. Okay, anyways, that was a little bit of a tangent. We need to get to Theta. And Theta, if you do a quick search here, there's going to be a different Theta or whatever. One that's more established and, you know, kind of all crazy. This one is Theta, and the ticker is FITA. I have no idea why. I don't like that ticker FITA because to me it stands for F'd in the A. Okay, and hopefully that's not what happens to me with all the coins I get. Okay, this is the one that I have the smartnode set up, and their website's kind of garbage. It really is. I mean, you go to the homepage. This is what it is: fighting inflation. I'm sure you are. Whatever. Okay, this is the Ghostwriter algorithm. Okay, it's more of a CPU mining coin. Can you do it with GPUs? Yes, you can. It's not nearly as efficient as throwing your CPUs at it, but you know, 5950X or anything AMD high cores or whatever, that'll do this just fine. Just the same as Raptoreum, exact same as Raptoreum, and also setting up the nodes is almost identical to Raptoreum. I'm not going to go into the smart nodes all that much. Just saying that right now, I did manage to get a smart node. I got one by mining the crap out of it with everything that I had, got a really good chunk of coins, and the remainder, I went on one of the exchanges, quick bought the remainder, slapped it together, made the node, and the node is actually doing really good. Let's do a refresh here. Assuming this is real-time data, let's see what that node's profitable. Now remember that node that I mentioned only takes 5, maybe 6 watts a day, which for me is like less than a dime, 10 cents. I mean, it's much less than that. It might not even be a nickel. It's cheap. Okay, I 18 cents per kilowatt hour. It takes only 6 watts at its high or whatever. Calculate it out. It's running for pennies. But let's see. It generates so far for me about 24,000 coins, right? Let's multiply that by 0.000303449. We're up to $7.28 a day just sitting there on the smart node. Damn near free electricity. I mean, it might as well be, you know, about a nickel, dime, whatever the heck it is. So okay, let's be fair, minus 10 cents. $7.18 a day, literally just sitting there. That's like more profitable than like any GPU, anything else that I have going right now. And for a lot of people, that probably would hold true. This is one of those coins where it feels like, you know, it's pretty much the same thing as Raptoreum. It really is. The website and everything and the community and on Discord seems to be running pretty good. The wallet seems to take forever to sync for whatever reason, but they might have fixed that. I've got one of the older wallets, and yeah, it's one of those things. Whatever. But if you have the knowledge to work on a Linux server stuff set of a smart node, this might not be necessarily a bad idea. I mean, what you need is 600,000
in order to set up a smart node. That's the collateral that you need right now. Multiply that by 0.00030349. Means for $182.10, let's say, you can have a smart node that generates over $7 a day. You go back, you look at your return on investment and such, you know, that's actually pretty good, because let's divide that by just 7. Pays itself off 26 days. If things hold true right now, you know, obviously prices are going to flux, things are going to change, whatever. But this is one of those coins that's like, okay, for me, I wanted to get in on it early, so I did. I got the smart node, it's set up. I'm getting coins like mad. And if I'm getting, you know, let's see, 600,000 coins, oh, that's 6 million. That's a little too much. If I'm getting 24,000 coins a day, basically just having the smart node sit there, in another 25 days, I can set up another smart node. But I'm curious to know if this is going to do the same thing that Raptoreum did. What Raptoreum did is, over time, as the chain grew, instead of 600,000 coins to start a smart node, you had to get like 800,000 or whatever, kept growing. And right now is at its cap, the most that you need. In Raptoreum, you need 1,850,000 coins. Will Theta Core do the same thing? I don't know, but if it does, I don't think it's going to be a problem to just let the smart node get the coins and do what it got to do. Oh, that's what I'm going to let it do. Let it get the coins, let it do it like it got to do. And what you guys got to like and got to do is like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button, guys. These are just more projects and more things for us to do. Like I just kind of reiterate or whatever, Vertoreum, the guy that runs it is delusional, but maybe it'd be delusional in a good way. Who knows? I mean, the wacky things happen in the cryptoverse. I mean, we're just all over the place. But you know, as far as Chi Coin goes, QIE, I think it might go somewhere. It's my opinion. I'm hoping that it does. It looks like the price just went up a little bit according to the thing inside there. Don't know. We'll find out. As far as Theta goes, Theta is one of those projects where I had fun. You know, even if it doesn't go anywhere, you know, one of the things us miners need to know is that, you know, we got to constantly be learning and figuring out mistakes and all this other stuff. We need to grow. And I had to force myself to basically relearn a lot of stuff about Linux that I had long forgotten. And thankfully I did this, and you know, it took me 12 hours to set up a smart node. Apparently I'm not the smart person for the smart node, but whatever. I had to relearn, I got it working, and boom, I'm all of a sudden making coins. The more we learn, the better. And if you guys are willing to have a little you know, janky computer or something just kind of sitting around, and you want to mess with Linux and learn how to do it and maybe make a couple of bucks while you're doing it, hey, you know, the learning experience itself is worth the money that you could potentially lose getting through this or whatever. So if, you know, if you spend $200 to buy some coins and set up a smart node, you learn, and then it just goes away, your money's in the ether. Well, you just spent $200 to basically learn a good chunk of Linux. It's not necessarily a bad thing. That's the way I like to think anyway. So I know I already said it, but I'd appreciate a like, share, and subscribe. The channel is going to grow. It's going to keep growing, and I'm going to keep bringing all these random coin crap and other stuff too, or whatever. I know this is going to be a long video, but man, I have been busy the last couple of days, and I finally got to do something with my Raspberry Pi. That thing originally has a 1 terabyte SSD in it, and it hosted Bitcoin Core, right? It was just another blockchain node or whatever. So I got rid of that, put it on Theta, and as far as I know, it's not very many coins that you can put on something as low power as a Raspberry Pi, at least a smart node. So, I mean, that's almost just free money at this point. So I'm cool with it, and hope you guys are cool with this channel, and we'll see you in the next video.